Hi guys, it's April. So today I'm going to be talking about things you shouldn't joke about. Yesterday, I think it was, I was on Twitter talking to Dan, Mallow610 on YouTube, and we were talking about OCD. People were saying in his live show he was joking about it. So I told him that people think I'm joking about it because, I'm not in the cleaning aspect of it. Things can be a total mess and it won't bother me. It's just, for me, it's numbers, but really it's internal stuff in your brain. And you really can't control it because it's a chemical imbalance in your brain. So I'm going to list 10 things that I think shouldn't be joked about. Number 1, self-harm. It really aggravates me when people joke about this because it is really serious that you should not joke about. You shouldn't joke about it because you could die from doing it, because if you could cut a vein, and that won't be very good at all. Number 2, suicide. Okay, this one makes me so very mad when people joke about it, because I had a friend who killed herself, and she was one of my best friends. So if I see you joking about this, I will confront you and tell you to stop. I would smack you, but I won't because I'm too nice of a person, so I won't do that. So you're lucky. But seriously, don't joke about it. Just don't do it. Number 3, bipolar. Bipolar, you can't control your moods. You're up and you're down, you're happy and you're sad, you're pissed, you're happy, all that. And you can't control it, so just don't make fun of it, don't joke about it. Number 4, OCD. I already covered this in the beginning of the video, so I'll just go on to number 5. Number 5 is depression. It's almost like the bipolar, you can't control it, it's the chemical imbalance in your brain. And while there are medicines to fix it, it doesn't always work. I've gone through it, and it's hell, not easy. So if you're going through it, stay strong, and don't joke about it if you see someone that has it or you know someone that does. Number 6 is autism. I know people with autism, Down syndrome, and honestly, they're the nicest people I've met. They enjoy life. They seem like the happiest people on earth. And you just don't joke about that. Number 7, anxiety. So I have my own little personal story about really bad anxiety. I was in my 5th block class, and we were taking notes, and also most of my body went numb, and you see in those movies oh, if you're outside of your body goes numb, you're having a heart attack, stroke, whatever. So I was panicking about that, thinking that I was gonna die. So I asked the teacher, I told him hey, can I go to the office? I feel like I am going to pass out. He's like, yeah, sure, go. So I went, and long story short, I ended up having the ambulance called on me, and then later that night, I went to the hospital. Did I want that to happen? Of course not. So that's another thing you should not joke about because you cannot control it. Number 8 is epilepsy. If you don't know what epilepsy is, it is a brain disorder in which you have seizures. I know quite a few people that have that, and I have it myself. It's not a good thing to live with, and 5% of people, medicine doesn't work on them. So sometimes they could go in a coma from a seizure. It's just really bad, and you don't just choose to oh, I'm gonna have a seizure today. Some people they have them so much that they can feel it coming on, but you don't show oh, let's say I'm gonna have a seizure today. You just don't do that. Number 9 is eating disorders. Eating disorders can be really dangerous because say you have anorexia, you can not eat and you could starve to death and you die. Or you could have binge eating, which is where you eat everything and you can't control it, and basically you could die from eating too much and your stomach rupturing. Or you have bulimia, and I believe you can die from that too because you're puking up so much, and I'm not a psychologist, don't word me on this. Basically, you just don't joke about eating disorders because it can be deadly. Lastly, number 10 is sleeping disorders. Sleeping disorders can be deadly because you need sleep to live. And like, people joke about insomnia all the time. And people that have insomnia, they can't control it whatsoever. They just have the inability to fall asleep and stay asleep. Well, those were my 10 things that I think that people should stop joking about. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to try to make videos every single week, so make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!